Hello and welcome to Knowledgist. Hope I am clearly audible to all of you. Today is an important session for all of us. June 2022 banking affairs, current banking affairs with all inputs from finance and economy. And this is going to be a crucial session for RRB exam point of view, people appearing for interviews in coming days, and for Bank of India credit officers. So let's start. Let's begin. Before that, last few days to go for RRB course registration. Here are the course details. Do check out, do register. And as all of you know that last year we produced 450 results. So this year, with all your love and support, we are all set to create history, because from January 2022 we are the only platform to go live. And so many of you have covered almost the banking syllabus. So without further delay, let's start. And today there is a power packed show. We will discuss a lot, and at the end, the MCQs are there as usual. Clear? So let's begin. Uh, Bob Financial crossed 1 million card mark. These are related to private finance, but still, as it is correlated to a public sector bank, so we put it. So keep this in mind. I don't find it very crucial for your exam point of view, but as it is linked to a public sector bank, I would urge you just to have a look on it. BFSL, which is a subsidiary of Bank of Baroda, wholly owned subsidiary of Bank of Baroda, has crossed issuing 1 million mark in credit card segment. Clear? So Natarajan Sundara appointed as Bad Bank CEO and chairman. Yes, this is very much important. You know that for a long there is a debate about Bad Bank whether to establish or not, and finally it is felt. It is increasingly felt that there is a necessity of creating a bad bank. So what do we mean by bad bank? Bad bank means a bank which will necessarily look into the bad assets of various banks. They will pull out the assets and they will reconstruct these assets. So that means a asset reconstruction company, which is called a bad bank, or in other words, the National Asset Reconstruction Company Limited onboarded former SBI official Natarajan Sundar as its CEO and chairman. Okay. So NARCL shareholders include 15 Indian banks, 15 Indian banks, with Canara Bank acting as its sponsor bank. Remember, among the 15 sponsor banks, which are the public sector banks or private sector banks, Canara Bank is the main leader in all these. Canara Bank is the sponsor bank. This is very much important. NARCL and bad bank. Okay, it's a recent phenomena and it's new to India, so that's why uh, it's very much in news and very much in discussion. And you know that premium rates increased in Pradhan Mantri Suraksha Bima Yojana and Pradhan Mantri Jivan Jyoti Bima Yojana. It is very much important for your RRB point of view. They ask you the exact amount. If it starts from there are the amount is calculated in different manner. In life insurance, Pradhan Mantri Jivan Jyoti Bima Yojana, there is a various way to calculate the premium. It depends upon the month of enrollment. So it will vary from 330 to 436. Okay. And the PMSBY will go to from 12 rupees to 20 rupees. Clear? Yeah. So the government move increased. We'll discuss all your live comments post the class. It's a very power packed show, so I am not interrupting you in between. So we will discuss, and I will take few things, important points on big screen wherever it is necessary. Clear. So finance ministry has given nod for hiking the insurance premium. It was since launch there was no hike in premium. Now it stands revised. Okay. Next point. NBFC MFI sector stressed asset drops to 800 BPS to 14% in March. These numbers are not necessary, but whenever there is a loan disbursement figure or special something which is related to a public sector bank and number is attached to it, it is required for you to remember this. But these figures keep on changing. See, in bank exams, things that change very closely, things that change in a quick interval, they don't ask these questions. Variables like earlier they used to ask GDP numbers, GDP forecast of various institutes. So nowadays they don't ask question like this because it's keep on changing every alternate month. RBI comes with a new GDP forecast. There is World Bank, there is IMF, so many of them keep on giving forecasts. So these things are now, these variables are not that much of necessary nowadays, but figures, facts and figures related to budget, economy, or special loan proposal from government of India or from development banks across the world, like World Bank, and the ASEAN Development Bank, New Development Bank, headquartered in Shanghai. So these institutions loans, particular loan amounts are important exam point of are important for exam point of view. Okay. Yeah. So stressed asset means the NPAs of non-banking financial companies and in NBFCs has declined to 14% in March 2022. PMEGP extend till FY16 with 13,000 crore outlay to create 4 million jobs. PMEGP, I always told, these schemes, government sponsored schemes, are very much important. Even if you join RRB, you will be going to disburse this kind of loans or any credit related portfolio or credit related job like BOI. Wherever you go, you have to understand about PMEGP, all schemes related to credit guarantee, etc. Okay. So Prime Minister's Employment Guarantee Program has now stands extended to FY26. That means bankers has to do more job, more hectic job on loan disbursement front. Clear? PDF will be shared in the group. Yeah. So the scheme will create sustainable employment opportunities for about 40 lakh people. It is the it is the agenda of the bank, and nowadays they ask these questions because these are flagship programs of government, and whatever is the flagship program of government is always important for your exam point of view. Okay. So since inception in 2008 and 9, about 7.8 lakh micro enterprises have been given assistance under PMEGP with a subsidy of 19,995 crore, generating estimated sustainable employment for 64 lakh people. These figures are important. In government scheme classes, we have covered all about PMEGP. Do refer it inside the students portal. UPI transactions crossed 10 trillion mark in the month of May. So it was 9.83 in the month of April, but it crossed 10 trillion in the month of May, and it's a product of NPCI. Okay. And can you tell me anyone in the comment section which is the arm of NPCI which is looking forward for international reach of UPI? The organization that is working day and night for making UPI popular internationally. Please tell me the name. Yes, NIPL full form, please. HDFC partners with Accenture for digital transformation. Just this news, keep in mind. Okay, you don't need to go into details because private lender questions very rarely asked. Yes. So Airtel Payment Bank partners with Muthoot Finance to offer gold loan on Airtel Thanks app. These questions are nowadays not being asked. Prem WhatsApp Firefax shows interest in IDBI. He earlier showed interest in Catholic Syrian Bank, but could not take over, could not buy the stake in it. Now he is interested in IDBI. He's a promoter in IIFL. Okay. So you know that anyhow in this year the stake sale will be completed in IDBI Bank. So Prem Watsa, who is a rich man trying to invest in IDBI Bank, trying to get share of IDBI Bank. IRDAI is a product approval norms for health and general insurers. Founded in 1999, headquartered in Hyderabad. Chairperson Devasis Ponda. This much are static part. You need to know this. Okay. So the regulator has now extended the use and file for U&A procedure for the health insurance products and almost all general insurance products. So now what happened recently, yesterday, there is a think tank in IRDI which is suggesting that even if banks or anyone who is selling an insurance copy, since insurance policy, they need to print the commission amount paid to agent on in front of the policy document. So in coming days, it is going to hamper the business of agents and bank people. Okay, so because your commission, your bank's commission will be mentioned over the policy. So now your customer will be able to know why you are insisting him for a health insurance or life insurance policy. because your commission, that means your bank's commission, will be shown, and you know that it is always high, 15-20%, even 25% in some cases. So customer may get reluctant to purchase it. Okay. Yeah. So this TMC, Tamil Nadu Mercantile Bank, gets SEBI nod to float IPO. So Tamil Nadu Mercantile Bank is one of the old generation private sector bank in India. The bank had said that it was planning to mobilize more than 1,000 crore from the public issue. They will have the consequences like RBL, Ratnakar Bank Limited, as it was an old generation private sector bank, and it all of a sudden got aggressive. Okay, got private funding. Now the situation is very bad at RBL, as all of you have seen in news mediums. Okay, so now RBI issues differential provisioning norms for standard asset for large NBFCs. We covered it in RBI circular gist session, so I will skip this for the moment. And GST collection for the May. So they sometimes ask the last figure, and probably for your September exam, the GST collection figure of May, or maybe June, maximum by July, they will ask question, not beyond that. Okay. And uh, collected were 44% higher than what was collected in March 2021, which stood at 97,821 crore. Okay. And this is for the fourth time the GST collection for a month has crossed 1.4 lakh crore mark since the inception of GST in 2016. RBI monetary policy meet, we have covered it. You know that all this 50 basis point increase, and the repo rate stands increased to 4.9. SDF rate, uh, SDF rate is now stands revised to 5.15. SDF rate is very much important for this time. Okay. Yeah. So yes, they will ask this highest number of GST collection in whichever month. So be ready with that. Jana Samartha portal for credit linked government schemes. This is one of the government schemes. So it is going to be very crucial for your exam point of view. The portal was launched during the iconic week celebration of Ministry of Finance and Ministry of Corporate Affairs, or MCA, at Bigyan Bhavan. The week starting from June 6 to 11 will be celebrated as a part of Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav. And Jan Samarth portal is one-stop digital portal that links the government credit schemes. Okay, all government's credit schemes, PMEGP to all Mudra loan, everything will be covered under Jan Samarth portal. It is first of its kind linked program connecting all beneficiaries directly to the lenders. This put like PSB loans in 99 minutes. So now that was for taking loans, commercial loans from public sector banks, and Jan Samarth portal is for taking government sponsored loan schemes from any of the lender. It's a unique digital portal that will link 13 credit linked government schemes on single platform. This portal will help improving the lives of students, businessmen, farmer, MSME, etc. Okay. Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav Ekam Design Coins. Prime Minister Narendra Modi launched a special series of coins that are also called visually impaired friendly. That means blind people can see this, can detect these coins very easily. The coin of rupees 1, 2, 5, 10, and 20 denominations will have the Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav design. They are not commemorative coins and will be part of the circulation. See, sometimes to memorize something, or to in the memory or in the honor of someone, we or our government release coins. These coins are commemorative in nature. That means they are not put under circulation. Clear? But these coins 1, 2, 5, 10, and 20, which is part of the Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav, will be part of the will be part of the circulation. It will be circulated among us. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So let's move to the next slide. FM launches the EASE 5.0 Common Reforms Agenda for Public Sector Bank. You know EASE. What is the full form of EASE? Can anyone tell me? I think its full form is mentioned here, but it is Enhanced Access and Service Excellence. EASE 5.0. PSB will continue to invest in new age capabilities. Okay, and it will depend ongoing reforms to to respond to evolving customer needs. So it is normally a management tool for better management and cost control. Okay. Once you get the PDF, you will get all the details. It will be a combination of the initiatives will be across diverse themes: business growth, profitability, risk, customer service, operations, and capability building. Clear? Next, India's FDI rank rises to seventh position despite falling inflows. UNCTAD. Okay, United Nations Conference on Trade and Development. Very much important for your exam point of view. Both Scale 2, Scale 3, and BOI people, RRBs 2, 3, and BOI people must remember this. FDI rank, India is in seventh position. Who released the rank? UNCTAD, full form of UNCTAD, United Nations Conference on Trade and Development. United States stands at number one position, China at two, Hong Kong at three, Singapore at four, Canada at five, Brazil at six, and India at seven. The position is given in your left hand corner, so please find it out. Okay. Yeah, PDF will be shared. As per the FDI inflows into India reduced US dollar 45 billion in 2021 from USD 64 billion. You know that due to the recession fear, these people are leaving Indian market, and continuously Indian rupee is sliding. Yesterday it was almost 79.5 paisa. Today it has eased somewhere around 5 or 6 paisa, but it is at all time low. Yesterday the rupee was at all time low. So that's why FDIs are investing. If you look into share markets every day after 2 o'clock, you will see the share market is falling every single day because of FDIs leaving India, foreign institutional investors leaving Indian market. And constantly, if you see the share market data every day, uh, the FII outflow means the foreign institutional investor selling stocks in Indian market and taking cash out of India is more than the domestic institutional investor. Domestic institutional investors are pumping money, are buying stocks in India, whereas the foreign institutional investors are selling money out of India. So similarly, FDI is the foreign direct investment that is also leaving Indian market because of recession fears, weakening rupee, and crude shock. Clear? So US followed by China with USD 180 billion, and Hong Kong USD at 141 at third spot. Okay. So you know what is UNCTAD? Is an intergovernmental organization established in 1964. It seeks to promote the interest of developing states worldwide. It was established by UNGA, United Nations General Assembly. Clear? Yeah. So Fino Payments Bank partners with Go Digital General Insurance. So private insurer, private company. Both are private company, private bank, private payments bank, private insurers. Not so important for your exam point of view. RBI approves appointment of R. Subramanian Kumar as MD and CEO of RBL Bank. RBL Bank is in news due to weakening balance sheet. So that's why it may come in your exam point of view. Clear? Subramaniam is a veteran banker with 40 years of experience. In the past, he held positions as MD and CEO of IOB. He was appointed by RBI as the administrator of troubled DHFL, Dewan Housing Finance Corporation Limited, which was first finance company in India to be referred to IBC. Clear? Administrator means who was looking of all the um, insolvency bankruptcy procedure of that institute. So monthly installment bounce rates falls more than 3-year low. Bounce rates or defaults in paying EMIs fell to a 38-month low. So you know that due to COVID, there was a rise in defaults in EMI. So now it is in 38-month low. Okay. So yes, next. Six Indian banks sue GBK for rupees 12,114 crore. Anything related to fraud, fine, punishment is important. Six Indian banks reportedly suing GBK Group for 15 billion or for crore according to Times of India. 6 banks are BOB, BOI, Canara Bank, ICICI, IOB, and Axis Bank. According to report, GBK defaulted on a $1 billion loan and 35 million letter of credit facility given by these banks. Okay. Next, government appoints 4 non-official directors on RBI's central board. The constitution of RBI central board is very much important for exam point of view. So the government has nominated 3 industrialists called Anand Gopal Mahindra, Benu Srinivasan, and Pankaj Raman Bhai Patel as and an academician. Ravindra H. Dholakia as part-time non-official directors on central board of Reserve Bank of India. The appointment of the new part-time non-official directors is for 4 years and with effect from June 14. Following the aforementioned appointment, the RBI Central Board now has 15 members. Clear? Next, RBI lifts restriction on MasterCard. MasterCard was restricted for onboarding new customers. So all of that is lifted. Okay. So RBI had imposed restriction on MasterCard from onboarding new domestic customers into card network after failed to comply with RBI's order. New amendments in IBBI regulation. IBBI is always important because nowadays IBC is very hot news. It is Insolvency Bankruptcy Board of India. It is one of the regulators. If it is asked in your exam, which one of the following is not a regulator, don't mention IBBI. Sometimes it is asked. IBBI is a regulator like RBI, IRDAI, PFRDA. It is also a regulator. Clear? So the amended insolvency regulation now requires creditors to file information on asset and liabilities of their corporate debtors as well as the relevant financial information while undergoing the corporate insolvency process. In order to understand what is this IBBI and the function of IBC, you need to go through the detailed class of IBC. Otherwise, these amendments are not going to be not going to be understood. Okay. So the CIRP is the corporate insolvency resolution process. The way the corporates are referred to NCLT, then there are 2 ways: either to resolve the issue, restructure that one, which is called CIRP, or then the second one, if nothing works, then you will go for liquidation of that company or winding up of the company. But first CIRP. If CIRP is not done or not approved by the creditors committee, then the company is referred for winding up. Okay. So IBC 2016 is very much important. Please cover. BRICS Partner Innovation Center signs MOU with BRICS Bank. BRICS Bank is called New Development Bank, headquartered in Shanghai. President Marcus Prado Trujillo and the former ICICI President Mr. KB Kamath was the first president of a New Development Bank. RBI cancels Karnataka-based Mala Cooperative Bank license. These things happen, but I have never seen a question being asked on a cooperative bank license being cancelled. CBC constitute panel for ABBFF gives advice on 84 bank fraud cases. The Central Vigilance Commission constituted a panel called Advisory Board for Banking and Financial Frauds, ABBFF. New term coined this month, so very much necessary for your exam point of view. ABBFF has given advice after a thorough examination of the role of levels of officials in 84 bank fraud cases involving more than rupees 3 crore amount. It is led by former Vigilance Commissioner T.M. Basin. ABBF was founded in August 2019 by CBC in close consultation with RBI to conduct first level inspection on fraud cases reported by public sector banks, general sector financial institutions before the case is reported to an external investigation body like ED, etc. Okay. So NPS subscribers can change investment choice 4 times a year. See, NPS, you have 3 asset class you can invest in. E means in equity. Then you can invest in corporate bonds, and then third one is the government bonds. So as for your choice, if you are a young man, you can have an aggressive portfolio. So you can go for 50% or more equity in your national pension scheme, and rest you can divide 25-25 into government bonds and corporate bonds. Clear? But it is now left for the choice of the subscriber to change their portfolio size, portfolio style into 4 times in a year. Clear? NPS subscriber can now change asset allocation 4 times in a financial year. This will enable savvy subscribers who are tech savvy. They can take their own decision where they want to invest their hard earned money. If you see our new age pension scheme, all the money or 50% of the money is being invested in share market. So you don't need your pension fund or money for your future should be invested in pension. It is a very risky choice because you have mutual funds, other ways to invest in share market. So why would you want your pension money to be invested in share market? So that's why this offer is being given. PFRDA chairman Supratim Bandyopadhyay said that the four changes have been allowed in response to request from subscribers, allowing more changes in a year. Okay. Omnicard launches cash withdrawal facility across all ATMs via e-wallet. So in any Omnicard gives the freedom to withdraw money across ATMs. Okay. So Moody's upgraded business credit assessment of ICICI Bank, Axis Bank. It keeps on happening. HDFC Bank to launch new payments platform products under Digital 2.0. You know that the past initiative of HDFC Bank Digital 2.0 was put under hold by Reserve Bank of India due to their repeated failure in net banking. Their net banking, mobile banking was getting crashed in every alternate month. So that's why their aggressive agenda of Digital 2.0 initially was put on hold. Now later it was removed. Okay, and you know Sasidhar Jagdishan is the new chairman, CEO. It is headquartered in Mumbai. Most of our students also belong to HDFC. Okay, so RBI extended deadline to implement card rules. We discussed all it in RBI circular gist class. DBS Bank India acquires 9.9% stake in Swakarma Finance. RBI Payments Vision 2025 aims threefold increase in digital payment. They will ask you the vision name, vision document name. So Payment Vision 2025 and digital payment is increasing. It's booming in India and it's one of the most attractive business sector in India. So many companies or many fintech companies are surviving with this digital payment framework. Okay. uh, yes, so vision document is there. Please cover once you get the PDF. You will quickly go to the MCQs. Okay. Fed authorized the biggest interest rate hike in 28 years. Fed means Federal Reserve. The Reserve Bank of United States is called Federal Reserve. Okay, so it's called the fear of Fed hike. Indian stock markets fell due to the fear of Fed hike. So what is the impact of Fed hike? Interview question rather. What happens if Federal Reserve raises the interest rate? If Federal Reserve raise the interest rate, USA, which was earlier a low interest giving country, will become a high interest paying country. So most of the investments will now go to United States because the emerging market interest rates were always high on emerging markets like India. So that's why the FDI flow, FII flow was there into Indian market. So if Federal Reserve raise the interest rate after so many years, after 20 years rather, then their money will stay with them, or some of the companies from outside US will also invest in United States, which is a developed economy and attractive bet for business. So Indian economy or economies like India, which is called emerging market, the operating word is emerging market, will be a less attractive destination for FDIs. And without the flow of money from outside, the economy will shrink. So that is the fear. Clear? Yes. The Federal Reserve System of or Fed is the central banking system of United States. It was established on December 2023, 1913. So can you tell me who you like our RBI governor? Who is the governor of Federal Reserve? Can anyone tell me? He was very much in news from last few days. If you people are, can anyone tell me who is Mr. Powell? Can anyone tell me? Yeah, end of the session, Guru Murthy, I will be giving a glimpse on RRB restructuring. We are closely monitoring, but we are avoiding a public address on RRB restructuring. Okay, so yeah, so you know that recession fear is there. U.S. share markets entered to bear market. It is only because of why they entered into bear market. When the indices slide more than 20%, it is officially called a bear market. So US indices fell below 20% from its high. So now they are in a quite fear of recession. So they are increasing hike. And also there is a crucial meet is going to held tonight. So you will get another address by the Federal Reserve Governor after uh, today's morning. Okay, so there will be the possibility of further rate hikes in USA. RBI approves Sriram Group's financial services business merger. Supreme Court held that RBI and not state law should oversee registered NBFCs. Okay, so now you know that from last 1 year, RBI's core agenda is to monitor or is to govern cooperative banks, urban cooperative banks, and NBFCs very strictly. So, in that way, Supreme Court's observation or direction is one step further. Card 91 announces strategic partnership with Yes Bank. I don't take normally session. I don't elaborate things related to private finances because they are very less a time it is asked, which is not that important for economic point of view. So these kind of MOUs are of no importance when it comes to our exam. Yeah, Pine Labs acquired fintech startup Setu in a $75 million deal. RBI appoints SBI official on SRAI's advisory committee. You know, SRAI was under so much of trouble. So that's why it is the SBI official is appointed into the advisory committee. It could be important as it was a rogue institute. ICICI Bank launches Campus Power. It's an individual private sector bank's individual product. That's not that important. World Bank approves 245 million loan to modernize India's railway logistics infra. Understand the figure. They ask the figure. Last, if you go with the last year's RRB exam point of view, so these kind of figures were being asked. Okay, headquartered in Washington, D.C., United States. President David Malpass, 1944, founded under the Bretton Woods Committee. Okay, and the motto is working for a world free of poverty. A World Bank has approved $245 million loan to modernize the India's railway infrastructure. Parameswar Iyer appointed as the CEO of Niti Aayog. CEO of Niti Aayog. Who is the vice chairman of Niti Aayog? Sri Suman Berry, and always the Prime Minister is the ex officio chairman of Niti Aayog, which is earlier known as the Planning Commission. Clear? Yeah. Twin deficit problems in India. Monthly economic review reported noted that fiscal deficit has increased, possibly due to cuts in excise duties on petrol and diesel. And you know that now there is a windfall tax being imposed on petroleum products. Those companies who are gaining profit out of out of the volatility in crude market or in oil market need to pay a windfall tax or more tax when they earn more profit. Okay, so India has to face twin deficit, which is fiscal deficit, and other one is the current account deficit. Please go through the economics basic sessions in our students portal. Few economic related concepts and questions are also being asked nowadays in RRB exam and BOI for that matter. SEBI forms advisory panel to hybrid securities to enable larger retail play. Okay, and questions related to SEBI, another regulator, so it's very much important. Market regulator SEBI has set up an advisory committee on hybrid securities, which will make recommendations for giving fillip to the growth. Philip to the growth of such instruments, including measures focusing on ease of issuance of attractive domestic and global capital. The 20-member committee will be chaired by KB Kamath, chairperson of National Bank for Financing Infrastructure and Development. Okay, Ruchika Ambose, India's permanent representative to the United Nations. Ruchika Kambose, remember. He will succeed T.S. Trimurti. LIC launches Dhan Sanchay Life Insurance Plan. RBI extends the deadline for tokenization of debit and credit cards to September 30, 2022. Covered it in RBI circular class. SBI gets RBI node to set up operations support subsidiary. So now for operations for any ancillary activity, SBI has got approval as this bank is becoming larger than life and larger than any other bank in India. So global size bank. So is now permitted for for SBI to have a separate operations unit, separate units for separate functions, and that could be a wholly owned subsidiary. Okay. Private sector banks report significant increase in MSME loans market share, CRIF high mark, which is also somehow similar to CIBIL, the credit information company. Clear? Russia defaults on foreign debt for first time since 1918. It is due to the sanctions levied on Russia. RBI grants prepaid payment instrument license to Mufin Finance, private entity. Again, no need to go through to details. If you have time, you can read it from the PDFs once there. Akimoni launches offline UPI wearable ATM cards. Wearable means the watch brands. Okay, with this we come to an end of the session. We will now discuss the MCQs. So before that, let me remind you last few days to register for exclusive course on RRB. Probably we are India's only live batch. Nobody takes live sessions so rigorously. Uh, also, no one produced this much of result. We produced 450 last year, and this year we are looking forward your success and a good result in RRB both in scale 2, scale 3 figures. Okay, details you all know. I will not waste the time. The question on your screens is the National Asset Reconstruction Company NARCL onboarded whom as its MD and CEO on 30th May. Your options are Sriram Krishnan, Natarajan Sundar, Gopala Ratnam, Anup Bagchi, Gopala Rathinam, Gopala Rathinam. Your answers, please. We are into MCQ free, so I need your answers. I need your answers. Those who are watching, if loved this session, please give a thumbs up. It boosts our morale, but we don't get anything from your thumbs up, but it gives a enormous happiness when we take class and ongoing live. uh, yeah, please, please. I need your answers. I need your answers. Yeah, we are getting answers. B as the answer. Yes, very good. B as the answer. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, next question on your screens. If you need, I will put it on a big screen. Just a second. Questions will now be on big screen. Yeah. Which portal is one-stop digital portal that links the government credit schemes? First of its kind initiative. Jan Samarth, Jan Samarthan, Jan Samarth, Jan Suraksha, Jan Rozgar. Silly question. Yeah, Jan Samarth. No need to waste our time on into it. Yes, Jan Samarth. Next question on your screens. FM launches EASE 5.0 Common Reforms Agenda for Public Sector Bank. What is the full form of EASE? Enhanced Assistance and Service Excellence, Enhanced Access and Service Exception, Enhanced Access and Service Excellence, EASE Access and Service Excellence. Your answers, please. Manpreet, very good. Yes. All of you are right. Those who told enhanced access and service excellence, option number C here is the right answer. Next question on your screens. Who was recently appointed as a part-time member of the Pension Fund Regulatory and Development Authority (PFRDA)? Pankaj Sharma, RB Verma, Bandita Kaul. Maybe we skipped it in the theory part, so I will not waste your time. But still, people are answering. It's very good to see the way you people are participating, you people are grabbing the concepts. Very happy about that. Yes, the answer is Pankaj Sharma. Very good. Very good, Manpreet Singh. Because you are not right. A, those who gave A as answer, right. Today class was essential in English because very good session being taken by Praveen sir in Hindi. तो थोड़ा सा इंग्लिश वालों के लिए भी सेशन हो, इसलिए मेरे सेशंस इंग्लिश में होंगे और प्रवीण सर के हिंदी में. बट as long as PDF is there, things are written on screen, anyone can understand. Government of India recently increased the insurance premium rates to dash from rupees 330 in PMJJBY 12 to rupees 20 in PMSBY. In which scheme? Yeah, 389 per annum. Option number A. It's a little lengthy question because nowadays they are asking a little elaborative question. So in that way we have created it. Yes, 389 per annum, 436 per annum, 523 per annum, 436 per annum. Aam Aadmi Bima Yojana, Pradhan Mantri Suraksha Bima Yojana. It's a very silly question, but you will have to go to the premium part. The click here is the premium one. Yes, option number B. Another silly question. Those who are working in bank, especially in RRB, public sector banks, they are doing more of it. Those who are doing in private sector banks nowadays are not doing. Someone was calling me a day before yesterday from ICICI. He was saying that nowadays they are not talking about insurance in ICICI Bank. I said, how come Ram Rajya came to ICICI Bank? I don't know. Even now in RRB, in private sector, public sector banks, they talk about insurance. But how come this RRB management, ICICI management is not focusing on insurance? Though their CEO is from the insurance background. If it is true, then happy life to ICICI people. Yes. Who was appointed the MD of State Bank of India? Alok Kumar Chaudhary, Raj Kiran Rai, Partha Pratim Sengupta, S. Krishnan. Your answers, please. Yeah. Yes. Anurag is saying ICICI Bank is asking for deposits. Yeah. That was, he was saying that. Yeah. So it's Alok Kumar Chaudhary. SEBI restructured its 25-member advisory committee on mutual funds under the chairmanship of BP Kanungo, Rajeshwar Rao, Syamala Gopinath, Usha Thorat. Can you tell me to which committee Usha Thorat is being linked? Earlier, in between 2014 to 16, 14, 15, 16 around, every time they ask about a question about Nachiket More and Usha Thorat. Every time, every year they ask a question. And these two people belong to Payments Bank and Small Finance Bank licensing. Am I right? Those who were appearing exams on that day, in those days, they must be knowing it. They were the popular questions. Nowadays, IBPS is changing the exam pattern every year. Every year they are making the experiment. Okay. Yeah, it is Usha Thorat. Yes. Next option. Which bank announced the launch of a digital platform to address the needs of the students aspiring to pursue higher education in abroad called Campus Power? I skipped it. I told you and skipped it. RBL, HDFC, ICICI Axis. But we put the question for you. Education loan being in public in PSL is one of the important aspects. Yeah, it's ICICI. We have a good amount of students from ICICI too. So yeah. What is the rank of India according to United Nations Conference on Trade Development, UNCTAD World Investment Report 2022? So that report named World Investment Report. Remember, So, what is the India's rank in FDI in the year 2021? Second. Okay, A and B are same, options are same. So, you can forgive me for that breach. Yeah, it's seventh rank. Next question on your screens. Which company became the first RBI licensed prepaid instrument to launch cash withdrawal across all ATMs using RuPay powered card? CC Avenue, Paytm, Omnicard, Razorpay. It is Omnicard has presently become the first RBI licensed prepaid instrument to launch cash withdrawal using RuPay powered card from any ATMs across the country. Next question. Who was recently appointed as the Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer of RBL Bank for a period of 3 years? Isan Raina, Vijay Mahajan, Rajiv Ahuja, R. Subramaniam Maniakuma. It is D. R. Subramaniakuma. Which bank announced USD 250 million lending support for high growth tech led startups in India? Citibank, HSBC, DBS Bank, CSB. CSB an Indian bank, Catholic Syria Bank. Yeah, it is HSBC Bank. It is HSBC. Good. Next question on your screens. SEBI established a 20-member hybrid security advisory committee, ISAC. The ISAC will be chaired by whom? Mahalingam, Ashish Chauhan, KB Kamath, Naina Lal Kidwai. Yeah, it is Naina Lal Kidwai. Next question on your screens. Which country signed an MOU with the NPCI International Payments Limited to accept the Unified Payments Interface and RuPay cards? France, Switzerland, Saudi Arabia, Spain. Yeah, G. Mahalingam on secondary market. Exclusive course links, everything is there in the description. Those who have missed it yet, do join. Okay, so it is France. Clear. Next question. Reserve Bank of India extended the deadline to implement three provisions as part of new regulatory guidelines for issuing credit card and debit cards by which date? 1st of July 2022, 2nd September 2022, 1st October 2022, 1st August 2022. Your answers, please. Right answer is option number C, 1st October 2022. We covered it both in RBI circular class and in the sessions of uh, in this session. Okay. So here is the exclusive course link for RRB Scale 2, Scale 3. Those who have not joined yet can join and be part of the success team of Knowledgist. You have seen, all of you have seen our results in Bank of Maharashtra, which is quite impressive. Nobody could ever achieve 5% of that result into professional banking segment. So once again, I thank you all for your love and support. In case you are new to the platform, don't forget to subscribe us. Dedicated class link, Telegram group, everything is there in the description, or you can join Knowledgist by searching on Telegram, or in Google you can find out our website, everything by the name of Knowledge. Thank you once again for your love, time and support. Thank you.